Okay, this is 4th and 5th place here for IVL Summer 2024. We're going to be able to see MRC versus FPX.ZQ here with Ling being our new addition here as the Magician. Of course, not only that, it seems like Xiaoyao has left the team for another team. I'm not sure which team it is, but we'll see further on throughout the week. But this will be FPX.ZQ versus MRC here with Xiaotan as Ivy in attention alongside with Blink. This will be week 1, day 1, match 2, game 2. Game 1, first half of our second matchup. Well, it's gonna be Red Church here for our first game, and it seems like Fulan as Fulan as I just did a really weird English accent. But with Fulan there as the Psycho, it seems like Psycho's gonna rotate at Mio trying to look for Sans. Sans playing the antiquarian here. Now there is a chance that antiquarian is gonna be able to disarm the Ivy, but if Ivy maintains a good enough distance, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're gonna be able to teleport straight towards Xinghe here, who was initially in MRC, but I do think that after he took his break and from HHDG, he decided to move towards FPX.ZQ as their main rescuer too, since Xiaoyao is gone. But aside from that, right now 62 stacks here on our first officer without even a single pocket watch used. So I mean, like, for first officer he's gonna be fully stacked. For our anti-current here, we're gonna flip over hopefully. We didn't flip over, we vaulted over, so we did get 66 stacks sadly. We did. And from Sans's persona points, it seems like he also did know that he will become first chase, because this is Xiaotan that we're talking about. But before that, let's just see the heart rate here. Ling is at 46. I think that's broken, but everyone else, 83 on antiquarian, first officer at 111, and of course the psychologist at 122. Meanwhile, Xiaotan's at 116. We're gonna be able to break our first breakable wall here during on the bottom left corner. And for Sans right now, as long as he keeps spinning, well, if he looks back too much, it'll become an issue. If he looks back too much, it'll become an issue. We just have to see how Xiaotan plays this one out here. It's gonna be a flank predict, and that's what we mean. That's 100. Okay, still 5-second cooldown right there. We're trying to leech on straight towards anti-current here once again, maybe try to get a blink on too, but that's what we talked about before. That's Sans. Sans plays very risky plays, but it's always, whenever he does it right, it's so rewarding. I mean, I don't recommend him doing it in playoffs, but I guess it is what it is. That's going to be didn't get that extra 40 stacks sadly, but the hit will register. And now 3-man escape is at 30%. ZQ survivors are doing really well. Really well. And that's basically what the high risk high reward is all about. We're going to be leech on straight towards middle here, but I mean, anti-current can just loot from the other side. She still does have one more stack of flute remaining. That's barely at 1%. I think that's less than 1%. But no, it's 0 point something percent, as you can see on the indicator there just a while ago. But judging by the side from machine decoding progress, it's more than enough. This is genuinely speaking way more than enough. 3-man escape is only at 34.5%. If we want, we could potentially get first officer to open a chest and bring his pocket watches for anti-current here to use. That's something that we definitely could do, as well as Anti tries to get straight towards the wall. This is one of the hardest places to chair. I do think this is one of the harder places to chair. And now. The biggest question in mind is how can we play endgame here for MRC's Hunter, because like, it's only one cipher machine left, and it's Fulan decoding the last cipher at Graveyard, right? So with a 70% cipher machine decoding progress near the Graveyard, you could get the Magician to go straight towards the exit gate and have first officer being at the main gate at Red Carpet. First officer is currently nearby. Sans does not have borrowed time, so we might just pop right after we rescue. Or, I mean, after Sans get hit, maybe. That's going to be a hit and normal rescue. Okay, how will this go? We're going to pop open the cipher machine immediately. And that's going to be a Ling. Immediately leech on, but that's okay, because you could just use your, wand to dodge the revelation effect. But even so, the exit currently at 53%, it seems like, from Xinghe right now. Magician is forcing a 100 stack here, it seems. Magician was forcing a 100 stack just so he can refresh it. And now he's getting rid of the Ostrakhan. Now he's really getting rid of the Ostrakhan here. So it seems like it's going to be a guaranteed 3-mana escape here no matter what. As long as Link can get out, Psycho can definitely jump the dungeon here. So it just depends on how fast we can open this gate. Oh no, Psycho already made it out. Never mind, Psycho's already out. And that's going to be a 3-mana escape here from FPX.ZQ. Very nicely done by Sans. Very, very nicely done. For our second half, you're going to be able to see Puppeteer here. I hope this is Puppeteer after his buff, but once a Puppeteer activates that little Lewis, we'll be able to see whether this is Puppeteer after buff or before buff, but hopefully it's after buff. But right now, we're going to be able to see 3 knee-jerk reflexes alongside with 1 Titan from MRC, Dongxin playing Trump Detention alongside with Blink. This will be week 1, day 1, match 2, game 1, second half of FPX.ZQ versus MRC. Okay, so next, where are we gonna go for now? I'm quite sure this is the Frosty accessory. The Frosty accessory is pretty nice, especially on Opera too, because being able to highlight it just allows you to dash a little bit more easier. Because sometimes you do forget about the map structure. Right now, we're gonna double back here straight towards Huazi, and it seems like that's what we were actually aiming for. We are going to be able to actually hook straight back towards the middle, and maybe, oh no, we should be able to get that window speed boost. But even so, that's already knee-jerk reflex on both the pallet and the window used by Patient. So I think we're going to expend quite a lot of items here just to rotate towards Graveyard. And even if you are at Graveyard, Blink isn't ready just yet, and there's a high chance of you being able to get targeted. Hey, don't X, we teleported around. Okay, I thought we dashed around just there. That kind of scared me. That's going to be Shadow Dance back. There's nothing you can do in a situation like this, and Blink is going to be ready in 5 seconds. And of course for Huazi here, 1 item's left on his hands. With this hook out, I guess it's fine if he didn't dash anywhere, but like this is quite a long window to play around in. But maybe not dropping down a pallet would have been better. But also at the same time, Patient didn't manage to utilize his knee-jerk reflex there, so he couldn't make it towards the pallet. And right now, that's an immediate down. Because, like, Opera Singer is better than Ivy now. Like, last patch, it was Ivy better than Opera. This patch, it's Opera better than Ivy because of, less of a chance for you to be able to map control for Ivy. But compared to Opera, she's fast. So it's a whole different scenario here. Unless survivors are able to contain her with certain characters like Puppeteer, Perfumer, etc., etc. But even so, who is nearby? That's going to be Xiao Xiao here, the immediate hit. We have to get on board. Yeah, we need to body block. Ooh, we didn't get it. Hold on, that went through the window. That never works for me. Lol. Huazi. We're still currently on the run. We are trying to double loop. But there is Blink. There is Shadow Dance. So I don't think Patient here is going to be able to do much. At least we're able to buy a little bit more time with the basic hit after Titan ended. But it is 3 Cypher Machines done. From elimination rate currently at 30% for Donex. And his heartbeat is it's okay. 121 is not too bad compared to 171. But it's going to be it's going to be Xiao Di. Coordinator coming in for the rescue. We're going to try buy a little bit more time, but that's a no damage rescue. Potentially speaking, there is a gun. There is a gun just to buy a little bit more time. But that's a Wildling who used up his items. We do see Puppeteer nearby too. I don't think Puppeteer is willing to body block. Not against a no-item Patient. I don't think it's worth it at the end of the day. Puppeteer might need to rotate out. We're going to be able to take the Palace Speed Boost. We're going to double back here and it's a bit wasted, but I guess it's operating. At the day we're talking about didn't get a hit, thankfully. But a blink open, and that's going to be a hit down. This is a Puppeteer before his buff, so it's still only half health, not 1 hit and a half. So there is dash confirmed for everyone. So yeah, this was before the buffs. For now though, from what we can see, Puppeteer 1 chip. Cypher Machines were missing quite a lot, but tie game here is what Donex really needs. did miss that shadow leap, but that's okay. We're going to shadow dance back straight towards middle. Hello to you, Wildling. That's your first time on board, actually. But with Wildling's first time on board, it's okay. I don't think you need to chase him, because that's a 50-second time waster, honestly. Right now, Cody's looking for an extra item. That's a perfume. Oh, damn. Perfume. Perfume against Opera is really good, though. If we can just get Wildling to decode a complete new Cypher Machine as he is doing right now, the Cypher Machine should be enough for endgame. It should still be a guaranteed tie for Donex. But if we decide to rush middle, it might be a little bit harder here. There's more of a chance for survivors to mess up if we actually rush middle. Hey, that's hit right over the pallet. Ooh la la, that's hit right over the pallet. And Xiao Di is the perfumer. This is Xiao. They have two Xiaos on this one. La Xiao. Well, no, they're just the wrong pronunciation, but oh well. Anyways, aside from that rant, Donex is going to look for Puppeteer here, as Wildling did get off board. We could potentially go after Wildling here once again, but our Cody is still looking for more items. As long as Puppeteer just decodes, that's all what it really matters for us. Because like, if he does and the teleportation comes out, at least your Wildling can just normally decode. Right now, we're going to go after the Puppeteer who's currently here. We don't need to teleport out just yet. We're playing this very patiently here from Donex. And okay. That's our little Lewis used. Which is fine, of course. But yeah, it is Puppeteer that we're talking about right now. We could buy another 8 seconds. We are going to buy another 8 seconds. And we are not. I think we probably want to teleport back to... We probably want to teleport back towards Puppeteer. So Wildling decoding, Wildling on board. Wildling, the moment he gets on board, he actually needs to go straight towards Puppeteer, because both of these characters need to heal no matter what. But it seems like Donex is a little bit more hyper fixated on towards this Wildling right now as we're trying to go look for him. That's gonna be a shadow leap by 2, and that's a charge attack hit, but it didn't register there. Thankfully, it's just a little bit too fast there from the Wildling who hasn't consumed all his rage. And right now, that's a Wildling charge. We charged out of range, and that's an open area here. It's a little bit harder here for Donex to actually play around. But we overextended with that leap. Oh no, we overextended a little bit. Ay. And now we just want to buy enough time for Wildling's sport to actually be ready. Wildling can run through us straight towards the shack gate right now before we actually pop open the Cypher Machine, and Cordy can prime it. So that's our good news right now. We do see Cordy. Cordy has a perfume though. She has a perfume bottle though. I feel like we could just pop when you're dropping the Cypher, I won't lie. When you're breaking the pallet, sorry. Not dropping the fight Cypher, when you're breaking the pallet. But right now, our Puppeteers that graveyard looking for items for Cordy to use. That's understandable. We're gonna pop here a little bit late, but we're gonna pop here, and we have to play here for long. So he actually has to play here for really long. That one pallet mind game is gonna bring him a long way. A long way. We're still trying to play, but it seems like playtime is over, and that's Donex down with the Opera. But it seems like Nanako also left the exit gate here. Well, Xiao left the exit gate, but it's a Wildling here on board. We could potentially speaking Shadow Dance right back, but we need to still be a little bit more careful. That's maybe 5 more seconds before we can actually rush straight towards the gate. We could just go right now. Nanako, as long as he gets the gate open, that's all what it matters, because the tie game is the best that MRC can do right now. Xiao actually is the MVP of this game, especially with that Wildling pick too. We're going to rush ourselves straight towards the corner, and Cordy should be able to pick herself up, as it's currently a 40% exit gate opening speed. Well, not speed, exit gate opening progress here by our Puppeteer. It's not the best game one for ZQ, well not ZQ, for MRC, because Yeltsin did get 3-man escape, but it's good enough for the survivors. We did manage to handle pressure, and let's move on straight towards second game.